morning. Welcome to the traveling vlog. Started by KB Miller, continued on by Jennifer Malone Wright, and now myself, yours truly. Listen, I just want you to know, unless the phone rings or one of the grandkids come in, this is like my 27th try of recording this, and I finally got to the point. Yesterday, I did it like 15 times, and yesterday was perfect. You know how you have those really good hair days? Like once every 6 months, every hair just perfectly lays in place, and you don't even have to do hardly any work to get it there. It just happens. It's just a miraculous event. That was yesterday. Today, not so much. Anyhow, there were so many interruptions that I've decided that regardless, we're going to get through this today. This is going to be a one-time take, so it's probably going to suck. Plan ahead. Anyhow, welcome to my blog. Another thing you should know about me is probably that I'm very long-winded and I ramble a lot, so I'll apologize for that ahead of time too. I'd like to talk to you today about, well, I want to answer some questions first. There was a question that came in on Jen's blog. See, there goes the phone. I told you. I'm telling you. There was a question on Jen's blog about would there be any more ghost stories or supernatural events, that they were waiting for more. Abso-freaking-lutely. Haunted 2 is coming out in October. This is going to be different than Haunted 1 because there's still going to be 100% true ghost stories, but they're not my stories. They are stories from people that I know that have given me permission to tell their stories. So it is not fiction. They're absolutely true. I wasn't there for some of them when they happened. There are a couple that I actually was in that house. But I totally believe they're true. They have no reason to lie to me. So yes, there is another Haunted coming out in October, just in time for Halloween. So mark it on your calendars. Let's see. What was it? There was another question that we were asked about. Oh heavens. I know what it was. What got me into writing? Or how did I decide I wanted to be a writer? I cannot say that I am one of those people who have always wanted to be a writer and always knew that that's what I wanted to do. I had no clue that I wanted to be a writer, or that I would, just nothing. It was until I was 39 years old. That's how old I was when all of a sudden I had this big epiphany. Oh, hey, I think I really want to do this. I've always been a voracious reader. I love reading anything and everything supernatural, paranormal, sci-fi. I'm a really big genreist. I like other things, but I'm very into the supernatural aspect of things. So when I was 39, well, when I was 37, I wrote this one-page story about, I'm so dating myself here, aren't I? Anyhow, I wrote this one-page story, and it was actually part of Birthright, where Liz is running through the woods, and she's being chased by something, and it was like 500 words. It was one page. And a friend of mine read it and said, I really like that. Where's the rest of it? And I'm like, what do you mean? That's it. That's all there is. End of the story. And she's like, you should make that into a book. And I said, are you out of your ever-loving mind? I don't have time to write a book. I am way too busy. And she, of course, laughed at me because that was a total lie. I spent my time cleaning my house and playing games on the computer. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and which I guess I'm still a stay-at-home mom, but now I have a job too. Anyhow, she talked me into it. 3 days later, I decided I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to see if I can, and I'm going to approach it like a job. I'm going to get up, I'm going to have an hour for coffee, and then I'm going to start working at 6:30 and, write all day. And that's exactly what I did. And 3 days into it, I realized that I was having the most fun ever. It was so much fun. And the words just flowed and flowed and flowed. And 3 months later, with six kids, were still living at home at the time. 3 months later, Birthright was finished. Well, it wasn't finished. The first draft of Birthright was finished. And then that's when I found out a whole bunch of other stuff that we're going to talk about in a different vlog. We'll talk about revision and all of that. And but it was an awesome thing. It was in that 3-day time period is when I realized I didn't ever really want to do anything else. And I still feel that way. I will be doing this for the rest of my life. Whether people read it or not, I'm going to keep writing, because unless, heaven forbid, something happens that, act of God or whatever, that I can't, I intend to keep writing because I enjoy it immensely. So there's the answer to your question. Moving along. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Oh, I know what I need to do. I want to feature some books. Of course, I'm going to show you my books. Inheritance of Birthright, print editions. I have more than that though, but we'll get into that later because I want to talk about other people's stuff right now. I want to talk about my friends. I want to talk about Jennifer Malone Wright, author of The Vampire Hunter's Daughter and Birth of Jaden. An all-around extremely awesome person. Listen, these books are really good, folks. If you're not reading them, take a chance and read them. They're good. The Vampire Hunter's Daughter is just, it's going crazy. She's doing really well. I'm very proud of you, Jen. Okay, and on to Kim. Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Kimberly Burks Miller, K.B. Miller, the author formerly known as Kimberly Burks Miller. This is not the right cover. This is the old cover for the old book. Listen, this book is fixing to re-release. Let me tell you something. If you like the old one, the old version, this new one's gonna kill you. I mean, drop dead, heart attack, kill you. It's phenomenal. It's gonna have a whole new cover, a lot of new content on the inside. It's fantastic. So as soon as it releases, and I'm not allowed to tell you when it's gonna release because that's top secret. As soon as it releases, grab it. She's also written Haunted Moon and Harvest Moon, which is coming, but I don't know the release date for that. I don't think she's told me, or I just forgot. And a whole new series, folks. A whole new series that I know all about, and I can't tell you anything because that's top secret too. But oh my goodness. I almost said, oh my God, Becky. That's my favorite saying, just so you know. And everybody knows when I say that I'm meaning the beginning of the song, I Like Big Butts, because I like that song. Anyhow, I probably shouldn't have said that in this video. I told you this was going to suck. Don't say I didn't warn you ahead of time. Then my buddy, J.H. Glaze. Oh, let's get them both in frame here. Spirit Box and Northwest, and Horror Challenge 1 and 2, and I think even 3. I think he's got 3 out already. And Send No Angel, who, by the way, J.H. Glaze also does my covers. He did Birthright, Inheritance, 01, 02, A Higher Calling, which is my favorite of all of my covers. Dude, I think I'm missing one. Oh, Bloodstone Oracle, which, drum roll please, should be, if you're watching this right now, it should be Friday, and Bloodstone Oracle should be live right now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And if it's not, it will be sometime today, I promise. well, I'm not going to promise. I hope, because, you know, something could happen. It could be a wreck or whatever. Anyhow, it should be live today. So, go get it. Oh, I want to tell you about Bloodstone Oracle. Listen, if you haven't read Afterlife, you need to read that first. Or Bloodstone is not going to make any sense to you. These companion short stories, it doesn't matter whether you've read the full-length novels or not. You'll understand them, or at least Afterlife. And Bloodstone, you don't have to have read the full-length novels, but you do have to have read Afterlife, or you will be going, who are these people and why do I care? I will tell you a couple of secrets about Bloodstone. Bloodstone is a setup for some of the stuff that's coming in Legacy. So, see if you can deduce who's doing what and which ancestor of which main character is going through the issue. If you get it all figured out, let me know, because I want to see if I did a good job of not letting you know too outright. Anyhow, that should be out today. And oh god, I've got to do, where is it? I had a whole bunch of books, and you know what, I should probably stop this right now and start all over, but dude, I am not doing this video again. I love you guys lots, but I'm seriously not a hair makeup person most of the time, and I've had to do my hair and makeup 2 days in a row. That is just too much. So this is getting done right now, folks. Here we go. Olivia Anders. Olivia Anders. Remember that name. Look her up. Go buy this book. I think it's only 99 cents still. And this is a phenomenal book. I read it in one full day, not a 24-hour period. I mean, from morning till I went to bed. Finished the book. Couldn't put it down. This young lady is someone you need to keep your eye on, because let me tell you, she is going places. Just, wow. It was just a great book. And my other feature is my friend Bonnie Bernard. And I'm not featuring Bonnie because she's my friend. I'm featuring Bonnie because, holy crap, she's good. The Midnight Hunter, woo, the Midnight Hunter series or trilogy. Now this is 1 and this is 3. 2's over on my nightstand, which is why it's not over here. I've read all the way through 1. Good morning, sweetheart. Honey, I'm doing something right now. Can you go on out, please?
I'm gonna go pee.
Well, okay, you go ahead and go.
Alright.
Okay, try to be quiet.
Alright.
Shut the door, because the cam is on. Yeah, I'm seriously going to post this video, because I told you, we're not stopping. I'm not redoing this again. I'm 13 minutes in. Ain't happening. Anyhow, I've read Midnight Hunter all the way through the first book. Listen, that's only 99 cents. Go get it. It's a full-length novel. It's a great story. You will, well, I can't force you to love it, but I'm telling you, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I think it should be a movie. I'm halfway through the second book. Now, it's taken me a lot longer to read it, but it's not because of the story. I really want to go read it, but I'm trying to really bust my hump and get, I had to get Oracle out. 03's coming out next. Haunted 2's got to be written. And I've got to get some of this stuff done and off my plate before I can sit down and really take the time to read it. Jakey. I know, Grandma's making a video. Go on. Go find Mommy. Sorry. Anyhow, now, please mind. Thank you. Ooh, something sparkled. I lost my train of thought. Anyhow, so go buy Bonnie's book. Please, just the first one. It's 99 cents. You would pay more than that for a Subway cookie, and you would get 3 minutes of enjoyment out of it. And that's another thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about book pricing. Now, there's been a lot of I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook about people asking, you know, what do you think is a decent price and all of that. And I know the free books are going like crazy right now. And I've got a couple of free books. So please go download them. Please read them. And everybody's got free books. There, you can probably down 1,000 or more free books in a day, which is awesome. But please consider purchasing some too. One of my friends online made a post the other day, and it really struck me. And it said something to the effect of, although you're enjoying all the free books that are out there, please make it a point to go back and purchase a book from an author whose free book you really enjoyed, especially an indie author, because most everyone has other day jobs, or this is all we do. And I can tell you, a 99-cent book, we're not making enough to buy a postage stamp off of that, literally. So if you read free stuff, which is the whole point of putting the free stuff out there, you put it out there and hope that people will like it enough to be interested in your writing style and your way of storytelling, and go buy a book. And you know, and if they don't, then you just hope somebody else will. There's a lot of hoping going on here in this writing thing, or this publishing thing. Anyhow, that was his post, and he said something about, wouldn't it be a tragedy if somebody gave up writing simply because they didn't ever have any sales because everybody wanted their stuff for free. And it would be a tragedy. I know that you're taking a big chance when you go indie. Well, the perception is you're taking a big chance when you go indie. The fact of the matter is you're taking a big chance anytime you open a book. I have several books, and if you can see the bookcase behind me, I have one out in the hallway. It's just as full as that one. And I could tell you that there are books on there that I will never open again, that I bought at a bookstore, and I do not like them. And I'm not going to say the names because I don't want to influence people's tastes in literature based on what my tastes are, because I already know I'm a weirdo, so why would I try to influence somebody else? But I don't like them, and I bought them at the bookstore. And then there are other books, like the two ladies that I just mentioned, and my buddies, that I've read their books and loved them. So you're going to get a stinker now and then. Expect to have a stinker now and then. But try to put it in perspective. Yeah, you might have paid $2.99 for this book from this self-published author that was horrible. But how many times have you gone out for dinner and paid $30 for a meal that you wish you hadn't wasted your money on? You know, in perspective, it's going to happen, and none of us like it when we feel like we get gypped. But give us a chance. I know that was pathetic, right? Anyhow, that's all about that. I didn't want to go on about that. I'm trying to think. Holy cow, this is already an 18-minute video. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, there is a few things I want to talk to you. Well, not a few things. Another thing I want to talk to you about. I know that Jennifer and Kim, KB, excuse me, have had numerous not discussions. They've talked in their videos about being safe online. I want to talk to the teenagers right now, if any of you have bothered to listen to all my rambling this long, and maybe some adults too. I want you to be careful. You know, your teachers and your parents and probably everybody and their dog is telling you, you know, watch who you add to your friends list, know who you're talking to online, and I know that by now every one of you has to understand that it is easy to fake a personality online. But there are other things you need to watch for too. You need to watch for so-called celebrities, and some, I'm not talking like the big celebrities, though you may need to watch for that too, but impersonators. Um, there's some stuff going on, and I'm not going to tell the actual story of it, but there's some stuff that's been going on online that really sickens me, and it involves teenagers who thought they were dealing with someone that was renowned and a celebrity of sorts, and got really taken advantage of and hurt. And I don't want that to happen to any of you. It's awesome to think that you know people that are like famous or whatever. That's great. But remember, not everybody who smiles is your friend. Doesn't matter if they're your age, younger than you, or 40 years older than you. And appearances are not always what they seem. So please, please, be very careful who you put your faith in, and be safe, because I don't want to see what I just saw happen over the course of the last month or so. I don't want to see that happen again. I'm sure I will at some point, but I really don't want to. And I most certainly don't want any of you darling people involved in that. So be safe. Know who you're talking to. Don't give out passwords. Don't give out addresses. For the love of God, do not give out your phone number, even for texting. Dude, you don't need to give out your phone number if you've got a Facebook, because you can text right through Facebook on your phone, and there's no reason for people you don't know to have that number. Anyhow, at the ringing of the bell, because of course the phone is ringing again, I'm done here, and love you lots, and be safe, and be good to each other, because we're all we got. See you later. Bye.